Hey guys, it's Anson with My Essential System. Sorry I'm a little bit late, had some internet problems. Hopefully everyone can hear and see me. If you can let me know that you can hear and see me, that would be amazing. Let's see here. Okay, well we're going to go ahead and get started on today's boot camp training. Again, my name is Anson. I am one of the creators of My Essential System. This is going to be short and sweet. Make sure if you're not on the live training that you take some time to watch it. Also get with your partner to just kind of go over the daily checklist and the daily action plan. Also share any wins, any questions that you have with your partner. So today what we're going to talk about is statistics. So Jerri-Anne went over kind of measuring your downline a few days ago. I'm going to go over it in more detail. One of the things that is super important as you are starting to grow your business, or maybe you're currently growing your business, is to be able to figure out why it's growing and then continue putting energy and activity into those areas that, okay, I was frozen, I apologize. But you want to continue putting energy in those areas that are producing results for you. So what is statistics? Statistics is basically a measurement of current activity compared to past activity. Okay, cool. Okay, and so when you're running a business, you always need to measure, like I said earlier, your statistics to see where you're growing, why you're growing, and how you can reinforce those areas of growth. So there's two types of statistics. There's your primary or your major statistic, and then your sub-statistic, okay? So your primary are the big things, right? Your volume in your business, the number of people in your downline, number of customers versus the number of business builders. Your rank is also, you can, have a statistic for your rank. So those are super important because those are kind of like the big measurables to see how well your business is doing. Your substats are going to basically be those stats that are driving the primary stat, okay? So a substat when you're building your business would be like, how many people have seen a YL presentation? How many people have sampled one of the products? Okay. How many people have you connected with? How many new people have you met? Okay. Because all of those things will then drive your primary statistic, which would be your volume, the number of new people in your business, new customers, and new business builders. Okay. So, and they have to work together, right? And so when you're creating your statistics, you need to make sure that they are they kind of are cohesive, right? So number of people I connect with on Facebook would be a sub-statistic of new people in my business. Okay, number of new people I meet would be a sub-statistic of new members in my business. Okay, downline members I've reignited would be the sub-statistics of my volume. Okay, my monthly volume. Now you're going to want to do your statistics every single week. Okay, so just choose a day of the week where you're going to measure your statistics. Now every day of the week, as you're building your business, you want to record, okay, or notate what activity you've done. So let's say one of the ways that you're building a business is by going to a networking event. Okay, so that would be, number of new people or number of people that I have seen the YL presentation or number of new business cards I have. Okay, so you just want to, every single day, you want to keep track of all that, and then at the end of the week, you add them up, and then you compare them to the week prior. Now, if you're tracking your organizational volume or the number of new people in your business, you're going to want to be able to then correlate that back to what activity you've done. So as you're going through this, and let's say you're putting a lot of effort into connecting with people on Facebook, but that's not showing as a increase in the volume of your business or the increase in the number of people in your business. So you need to then reevaluate that promotional channel to do something else. Okay, so another example would be if you're doing networking events. If you're going to like a Tuesday morning networking event and that's not resulting in your business growing, then you're going to want to reevaluate that promotional channel. Okay, so now as you're doing your statistics, and I understand for those that haven't ever done this, it will take a little bit of time to kind of get used to it. But this is something that you want to get really comfortable with and you want to do every day, every week, right? Because the only way that you're going to be able to literally figure out how to have a sustainably growing business is if you can track it and then know what areas of the business are producing that growth. Excuse me. Okay, so here's just some tips on how to handle statistics. Okay, so if your statistics are growing, and these are going to seem kind of commonsensical. If your statistics are growing, so let's say your volume from one week to the next goes up by 10%. You want to keep doing what you're doing. So basically, what you want to do is you want to find out, hey, what caused that growth, and then from there, you want to keep doing that, right? You want to reinforce that. So even if it's like, hey, you have a new person on your team that is signing up a bunch of people. Well, if you working with that person resulted in the growth of your business, well, then keep doing that. Okay. If your statistics are declining, right? So volume goes down, number of new people goes down, then you need to promote more. Okay, so you need to get out in front of people more. We're going to do a lot of training on that, but you're going to need to promote more, right? So whether that's texting people, connecting with people on social media, meeting people at the grocery store, the gym, wherever, right? That's all new promotion, right? That's all outflow. Okay, so stats are going up. You want to figure out why it's going up, and you want to reinforce that. If stats are going down, you want to promote. You got to promote more. Now, if stats are like crashing, then you basically need to reevaluate what you're doing. Right now, if you're not doing anything, obviously there's nothing to reevaluate. But let's say you are spending a lot of time promoting your business, but there's no results. Then you need to reevaluate those promotional channels. Okay. Now, if you haven't promoted at all, right, or you're new into the business, okay, then you need to find or determine your promotional avenues, and then you have to just start to get into communication with those potential people through those avenues. So what I mean by that is you're brand new to Young Living, or maybe you've just been a customer and you haven't really promoted. You need to figure out, okay, how am I going to promote? Right? What are the channels I'm going to use? Is it going to be social media? Is it going to be, holding events, house parties, etc. Right? And then once you've determined that, you then need to figure out how and what the people that you're reaching through those channels want to see and hear. Okay? As an example, if it's through social media, then it's going to be very much like just an engagement. Right? Like finding a commonality between you and that person so that you can start the dialogue, right? You're not going to hit them right away with, hey, have you ever, bought Young Living, or are you interested in oils? No, you're actually going to engage with them on a personal level, and then from there you'll start to discuss the solution that Young Living will provide them. Again, we're going to do a lot of training on all of this stuff, but really what I want you guys to get comfortable with on this training call is your statistics, basically how to measure them. Okay, you want to keep daily track of them. Okay, whether that's writing them down on a piece of paper, or if you want to put them in a spreadsheet, you can do that. We can create a spreadsheet for you guys to be able to start to track them. But let's see here. I can't see the time on my phone here. Oh, okay, so we are 15 minutes in. I know we started a few minutes late, so I'm going to go a little bit further. But just to kind of recap, right? So you have your primary statistics, right? Those are the big ones, right? The volume of your business, number of customers, number of business builders, and then new members added in a given period of time, right? So if you're measuring every week, it would be number of people every week, new people, okay? And then you have your substats, which are those statistics that drive the main stats, okay? So if it's number of new people, it's gonna be, how many people did I meet? How many presentations did I share with people? How many people went to my website? Okay, so those are the substats of new people. So the substats, those are the ones that you're going to basically track every day, okay? Because that's what you're gonna be doing every day, right? To grow your business, okay? So with that, your daily action plan is to figure out, what your stats are today, right, or this week. So Jerri-Anne took you guys through how to find those, your volume, your rank in your business. You also want to identify how many customers versus business builders, and then you also want to determine your substats. So how have you been building? Have you been, whatever that is, you want to create that as a statistic, right? So if it's just, hey, I'm just on, social media, great, that's a statistic. And then we got to figure out, then we got to track how many people you're talking to through your social channels. If you're doing it face to face, how many times are you meeting face to face, et cetera? How many emails you're sending, how many texts you're sending, whatever you're doing, you're going to have to determine that. Now we're going to teach you how to build in maybe new and different ways. So we'll want to create a stat for that once we've done that training. But for now, again, we want to figure out what our primary stats are, and then we want to figure out what our substats are that then fuel that primary stat. Okay, and I'm going to share on the bootcamp page a spreadsheet that you guys can use. And you can just run with it from there. Okay, so let's see here. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Terry. Hello, Lisa, Anna, Shannon, Robin. Good to see you guys all here. Okay, so after this, guys, just or not. It doesn't have to be right after this, but sometime before tomorrow's boot, or well, actually, you have the whole weekend. So Monday's boot camp. Get with your partner. Figure out, share with each other the stats that you guys have come up with, the substats that you've come up with. Share, if you're good with Excel and you've created your own, you can share that with your partner. And then just let us know that you did all that stuff by commenting on this video. Okay? So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we will see you on Monday.